All right, guys, I was just about to go ahead and take it down for the night. And then I actually got some news that just popped up. Breaking news: Whoopi Goldberg has been suspended from The View. So I didn't cover this topic because I just came back on today, but might as well just go ahead and cover it now because I want you guys to hear it first from me. All right, so let me share the screen. And yes, we're going to do it very live. So I'm not editing this because I wanted to get on as fast as possible. All right, so this is coming out of CNN. Excuse me. And so we're going to first read it and then we'll talk about it. We're going to read it and then I want you guys to watch a video as usual. ABC News suspended the View host Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks on Tuesday night, one day after she drew significant criticism for falsely declaring that the Holocaust was not about race. Effective immediately, I'm suspending Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks for her wrong and hurtful comments, ABC News President Kim Godwin said in a statement. While Whoopi has apologized, I've asked her to take some time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. Godwin added. The entire ABC News organization stands in solidarity with our Jewish colleagues, friends, families, and communities. As Godwin said in her statement, Goldberg has in fact apologized for her remarks on Monday night. Goldberg apologized in a note posted to Twitter. And on Tuesday, Goldberg opened up the View, offering yet another apology. But her comments bothered staffers across ABC News. While some accepted her apology, others believed disciplinary action was warranted, according to conversations with employees. Goldberg is no stranger to controversy, having made a number of comments throughout her nearly 15 years on the program that have sparked backlash. In 2009, she remarked that Roman Polanski was not guilty of rape, a comment which she later clarified. Goldberg also initially defended Bill Cosby as he faced sexual accusations, a position she ultimately reversed. And this is a developing story, and we're checking back for updates. So what happened was Whoopi Goldberg was on with the girls. They were chit-chatting like they always do. And she said something along the lines, and I don't have the video to show you guys right now, but she said something along the lines of, the Holocaust wasn't about race. And first of all, like that's but the man said that, he wanted to annihilate the Jewish race. So that right there makes it about race. So she made that comment, and then she went back and she did post something on Twitter apologizing, but and then she went, I think, even on Stephen Colbert, trying to explain herself, well, because as a Black person, all I see is black and white, and that's why I made that statement. And she still came back apologizing, but really her explanation made her sound like she didn't have intelligence, right? But she's not stupid, right? So what's happening to Whoopi Goldberg is the problem is what happened to Whoopi Goldberg is that the culture now is making you want to say certain things because it sounds cool. She would have never made that comment back in 1991, 1992. She wouldn't. They wouldn't even be talking about it back then, because back then we didn't talk about race so much. We didn't, but we do now, whatever. So for her, saying I just look at life as just, Black people, white people. No, you didn't, Whoopi. Whoopi, you've traveled the world. You know that it's not just Black people, white people. You've met French people. You've met Swedish people. I'm pretty sure that you are very worldly in your thinking, but you thought that this was still a good opportunity to do the Black Lives Matter talking, and you said something like that. When she originally said this and she had to say sorry, I did post on my Twitter, you see, these girls are always cackling. And that's why she inserted both feet in her mouth. And now she has to apologize. Because my issue with Whoopi is not even, it's a shame. It's not that I have an issue with Whoopi, but it's just what I'm seeing in mainstream media. Nobody thinks for themselves anymore. So even look at this. She defended Bill Cosby as he faced sexual assault allegations, a position she ultimately reversed. Well, of course she had to reverse it, because the Me Too movement would never allow Whoopi Goldberg to stay on ABC News and have her own thoughts about, not ABC News, on The View, and have her own thoughts about the Bill Cosby situation. Of course she better reverse that, because we got hashtags, everybody's a community, and we must answer to these communities, right? So now I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay. Just a real quick video. I'm trying to make this as fast as possible because
in there because she's a white woman who they say, well, she'll go against abortion rights, and she's a woman. So that was deliberate, I think. Clarence Thomas, a black guy, a black man, a justice, okay, I'll give it to him. He's a smart guy. But he is to the right of Attila the Hun, this guy, and they put him in there thinking, oh, a black man will go against voting rights, which is what he does.
And it was a terrible...
And it's a very tricky business they're pulling over there when you think about it. They're pulling over there when you think about it, not to mention the fact that Mitch McConnell has no concept of the law when it comes to the Supreme Court.
They know the law. They're not following it. Well, they don't want to follow
No, and he's allowed to not follow it.
It's terribly disrespectful to appoint someone like Clarence Thomas with his philosophies to the seat of Thurgood Marshall, a civil rights.
I know.
Yes.
And
it was
also
with his wife right there.
With his wife's activities involving the insurrection.
Let's not even get into that, because that's really the whole show. And all we have to do is start talking about her, and we'll be here the rest.
Yeah, we should.
So what you just saw, right, was these women sit there and they have this, they have a dialogue, they have a conversation. Nobody's learning anything from each other because they all think the same. The one person, there's two people on that table though, who I'm pretty sure doesn't think like the ones who were talking. I don't know the white lady's name, I'm sorry. And then the Asian lady, Lisa Ling, she tried one time to say something like different than their narrative, and they like almost ate her alive, okay? So you could tell they're not really with this conversation that's happening. Look at Joy Behar go off on Clarence Thomas. Whoopi doesn't check her, and Sunny Hostins go ahead and she says even more. A guy like with his philosophy, he shouldn't even be on the Supreme Court. And you know, this is how they talk. That's my issue with this show. Why shouldn't Clarence Thomas be on the Supreme Court? What philosophy is it that he has that he can't be on the Supreme Court? Right? But they sit there and they spew all that nonsense and they call it like a conversation. Well, guess what, Whoopi? You see, you guys are calling to cancel certain people like Clarence Thomas, Amy Coney Barrett. I'm sure y'all was on that whole Joe Rogan misinformation, cancel this person, cancel that person. They should be taken off. Well, now what happened to you? You made a mistake, right? Like I said in one of my other videos that I just posted, we say dumb things. And if people could go back and hear everything that we said, all of us would be out of a job, right? You said something, you made a mistake, you said sorry. Maybe it would be a good learning moment, but guess what? They called for you to have a disciplinary action on you. I am not gloating. I'm not happy for it, like, yeah, that's what she get. No, that does nothing for me. But this is why we need to step back and humble ourselves, especially people with huge platforms like that. Your mouth starts running. You don't know what you're saying. You thought you could sit there and say that. And Joy Behar was like, no, it was about race. Yeah, she has a right to check you about her culture. You didn't check nobody about Clarence Thomas, but why would you? He's not the right black guy, right? Okay, so cancel culture comes back and it finds you. Now you've been suspended, and they said that there's talks under, in the background about her being fired. I saw that in another headline. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. And I don't wish anything bad for Whoopi Goldberg. And I think she'd be fine, regardless of what happens. Learn from it. You need to stay true to yourself. Because if you're not sounding the way they want you to sound, it doesn't matter who you are, they will come and try to shut you off. Whoopi, you shouldn't even have said it in the first place. That's not how you feel. But I don't call for canceling anybody, even with the Clarence Thomas comment that you guys were making. Okay? So anyway, guys, I just wanted to make sure y'all got that news from me first. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this. I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.